We are standing in a building I'm always excited to be in, and we're talking to a person I'm always excited to see, Kelly from the Chamber of Commerce. Kelly, how are you today?
I'm great. I love this feeling of being here just a couple short weeks until everything kicks off and this place fills with excitement. So
It's so hard to believe, but Hall of Fame festivities are coming up, and the Canton Civic Center is where so many cool things go down. I know we have three different events we want to talk about, and the first one is the Hall of Fame Fashion Lunch. And Kelly, talk about why that's such a special event, why it's been going on for so long, and what it means to the community.
yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of those unique gems of the Enshrinement Festival. One of the first events, year one of the Enshrinement fashion show also happened.
Wow.
So I think you think, oh, that one must have evolved throughout the years. The women needed something to do, and it simply wasn't the case. There was support and a want for it year one, so we're now in 61 years, and we've continued to evolve it. We brought out the outdoor market shopping experience, and we're just turning things into more of an experiential kind of destination tradition for our guests. We start actually at 9 a.m. with mimosas.
Sure.
So, obviously drink responsibly, but come out, mimosas, market shopping, turn that into an afternoon with your girlfriends, your kids, your grandparents. It's just a really, really cool, fun time here at the Civic Center.
Yeah, it always is a blast. And honestly, being a part of it last year, I got such a front row seat and saw how special it was. And I think it's so important to note this is like a community event, and this is a tradition for so many people. And I think it's really important that, that kind of continues. And I think the reinvention and the things that you guys have done have really put it into that next chapter, right?
Yeah, and actually, it is not only a tradition for our community, but we have more than 100 Hall of Famer wives and family members that come too. So I think some people don't realize that they're here in attendance. They have their space, they're eating lunch together, and they all come in and enjoy the show too. So they saw you up on stage last year, strutting the stuff on the runway, and it's just such a fun, fabulous time for our NFL families, but also our local community.
Yeah, and I had no idea that it really was like a premier fashion show. I guess in my head I had one thing vision, but then you're a part of it, and it really is over the top. It really is a world-class event, and people are excited for it every single year. But that's not the only thing that's happening here. Kelly, after the fashion show, obviously, there's a switch of everything, and they kind of turn things around. And then all of a sudden, it's time. I know it's not just that easy.
All of a sudden.
Boom, snap your fingers. But then all of a sudden, it's time for the Gold Jacket Dinner. And speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, we flipped this entire venue rather quickly. We go from 3,000 people for the fashion show over to 4,000 guests for the Gold Jacket ceremony and dinner. And so we have, several caterers involved in that, hundreds of volunteers in this venue, flipping over the tables and getting everything cleaned up and getting just the venue back and secure and ready for that world-class event, the Gold Jacket Dinner. We have, the who's who of the NFL that come for that. Over 100. I think it's 106 returning Hall of Famers this year for Gold Jacket ceremony and to welcome that new class. And so it's one of those special events. They're receiving their Gold Jacket. Everybody knows Gold Jacket presented by Hager.
Sure.
And so Hager will be in the house and the guys will get their Gold Jacket. And again, that's their first symbol of induction into the hall. And that's when they get that Gold Jacket.
And what a special moment that has to be to really feel it on your shoulders and like all of a sudden. And I'm so glad you bring up the returning Hall of Famers and 106 of them. If I'm not wrong, I mean, what is there, 400 guys in the Hall of Fame? So a quarter of the men who have ever been inducted will be in the Civic Center. That's absolutely crazy.
Returning to Canton, that's right. And, hats off to Jim Porter and the team at the Hall. They've made so many efforts to make the experience for our returning Hall of Famers about them. And so little shifts, like instead of having them at hotels all around the community, they're all in one spot now, and just making it a better experience so that they can focus on what they're here for, and that's welcoming that new class into Canton.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And if there's a Hall of Famer that has a special spot in your heart, there's a very good chance they're going to be here. So it's really, really cool.
I just want to mention, we're talking about all these out-of-towners, but there's a misconception that event in particular is not open to our community. And so at the Chamber, we have actually opened a section right here behind me for ceremony-only tickets.
Okay.
So those are those folks who maybe just want a foot in the door. They don't want to spend, a couple $100s on a full dinner ticket and that cocktail hour experience. They want to get in and experience the essence of what the Gold Jacket ceremony is, and we've created that space for them this year. And so looking forward to seeing how the community reacts to that and the excitement. I know us internally at the Chamber, we're really proud to be able to offer that. And so I, invite your listeners out to join us for that. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster, up on the website, the whole nine.
always a special thing.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's not the only thing going on. After the Gold Jacket dinner, a couple more things happen. You guys, flip this place one more time. And then on Sunday, you guys have rebranded an event. And speak a little bit about what you guys have going on.
Yep. So it was known as the Enshrinement Roundtable. And this was when the Hall of Fame game was on Sunday.
Right.
So we had the Roundtable Sunday afternoon and then the Hall of Fame game. And so it used to be the the game day Roundtable. Well, it kind of just hangs on the schedule now that the game moved to Thursday. And we have really kind of reimagined what that event is with the help of Certified Angus Beef. And we're incorporating a whole tailgate experience prior now. So I know you're excited. I know Billy's excited about Sir Prince and the Carolina Panthers. They're going to have their drum line and their cheerleaders out here. So it'll be a fun experience with the live entertainment of our Certified Angus Beef, world-renowned chefs outside, live fire, cooking demonstrations, just an overall fun, relaxed time out there. And then you come in and we haven't touched what everybody loves about that event, and that's the experience on stage. So the class sits around in a circle and they just BS. They're just sharing stories from the locker rooms, stories from their careers. Some of the best stories come out of that event. People who played against each other, maybe rivals. Those are some of those golden moments that we get only seen at this event.
I think it is such a cool event because it does kind of feel like everybody is taking that breath. It feels like, so many of the big things have happened.
Or taking their shoes off.
Well, sure, sure. But I mean, it's one of those things where, they've seen the bus, they put on the jacket, they've got the ring, and now they can just kind of be themselves. So once again, if there's a Hall of Famer you're excited about this year, that is just such a cool event to be a part of.
Totally. And we're so proud at the Chamber to be able to host these events here at the Civic Center right here in downtown Canton. We've been the partner since day one. We take great pride in producing these events, and we don't do it alone.
Right.
Thousands of volunteers. We just had our appreciation party for our volunteers, and they live and breathe. They take vacations for this. And so, if you're not already involved in a volunteer capacity, we'd love to have you explore the events that are available to attend here at the Civic Center coming up.
And I'm super excited to see what Chef Gavin from Certified Angus Beef has lined up. That's going to be a great time.
Still thinking about those hoagies.
100%, dude. I cannot wait for that Sunday to come up. So, Kelly, if people are interested, they're looking for tickets, they want to know more, where can they find all that stuff out?
Just HOFEF.com. So that's Hall of Fame Enshrinement Festival.com, just shortened.
Go get your tickets. It's going to be a blast, and it's going to happen right here at the Canton Civic Center.